Hi, welcome back, my dear friends. Today I'll be reviewing Black Phantom by Mr. Chad Townsend. As you could see here, he's a very excellent designer. He's also a very excellent drawer. Unfortunately, his writing leaves something to be desired. I have spoilers on because I have to kind of show the plot to explain what I meant by that statement. We go to the opening page here, little chit chat here, and then inciting incident. The Nazis have a new rocket. He's got to stop them. Got it. Makes sense. There's a key that he wears around his body, Black Phantom, because of a gypsy spell. It keeps the worms flowing through my body, healing me. Okay, so he's got worms in him and they heal him. Got it. So far, so good. Some more mission briefing. And now we go to here where he is cutting off a guy's head with a tripwire. And then he explains here, I can assume the identities of the dead. So now he has another power where he assumes the identities of the dead. This one I feel like is kind of vague because I don't know how that power works still. Does he have to decapitate them in order to do that? Um, can it be anyone? Does he need to know them? For how long? He becomes them, their thoughts. I'm not really sure. It's just kind of vague, and I feel like that's too important to leave as just I can assume the identities of the dead. I mean, did you get their wallet and keys? I don't know to what degree that you are assuming their identity or how. Like, what do you need? A blood sample? Just watch them die? I don't know. Do you need to see a corpse? This really needs to be fleshed out because now I don't know what the stakes are. As we move on, we learn that he's changed so many times that he no longer knows what he looks like or who he really is. Okay, this is when I run into some more problems here. That's okay to have a character that has no memory. That's fine. There's a lot of good stories that build on that. You slowly uncover their backstories, amnesia, whatever the fuck. They learn who they are as you're learning it. It's interesting. It's a mystery. I don't think that's what's happening here. We just have a character that is a blank slate, and he doesn't even know who he is. We don't know who he is. We don't learn about him. At the end of this book, I don't know anything about Black Phantom. The most I learned was from his bio at the end. That's like a few paragraphs. That's it. I can't tell you anything about this guy. I feel like that's a misstep there because there's nothing for me to connect with now. I don't know his motivations. I don't know his flaws. I need to connect. Like, what are his flaws? Like, what's something that I can latch onto that makes him a three-dimensional character that I like and root for? Because not knowing who you are, it's not a bad thing, but it never develops. It seems like it's just set up as a blank slate. You might say it'll get into that further on later in books, but I don't think so. It doesn't work initially because after reading this book, if you were to say, oh, what would Black Phantom do in this situation or how would he react? I have no idea. I can't tell you anything about him. He should have at least retained memories, perhaps vague ones, and not remember what he looked like. But, throwing these like back to back of, I got worms, I need a key around my neck, I get healed, to I'm just decapitating fools over here and taking their identities. Who am I? It's throwing a lot in a matter of a few pages. I feel like slowly introducing these elements could have worked and with some more rules and backstories to it. Okay, moving on. So we got that he is going undercover now. That's cool. I like that. A lot of classic stories start like that, undercover missions. Now, I can still forgive all these other things. I'll still into it. It's this next page where I kind of fell off. So he's undercover. We've built up some tension now and drama by having him be undercover to infiltrate the Nazis, stop the rocket. Immediately, they know who he is, and it's a setup. I felt this was the biggest misstep because it's just too much turning, like too many like different directions for the reader. Like I wanted to at least see some cool infiltrating here. Show me what like Black Phantom can do, because immediately you just kind of said that he sucks. Because if like he's going undercover and we're rooting for him, and this dude says there goes the greatest Walking Dead man that ever lived, and then immediately they know who he is, like it seems like he's not very good at this. I needed to see him do something now in order for me to like latch on to him some more. Like show me that he's good at something. And he's just reacting now, not acting. Um, and then from there, it just goes into a folly of random things. I feel like they need him for a zombie army. Okay, that's fine. Then there's vampires. Okay, now there's vampires and zombies. And then the rocket, he finds that. And now there's aliens. Aliens, vampires, zombies, Nazis, and a guy with no memory, all in 10 pages or so. And then a reptile guy. I feel like this book really needed some more thought put into the script. It kind of just becomes a fight scene after this point, and then the rocket stopped. That's a mix mash of a lot of things that can work together, but seem kind of random events and haphazardly put together as you're reading them. I was kind of scratching my head. Maybe it could make sense in a future volume, but the number one thing to me is character, and I need more with Black Phantom. Even though Superman might be invincible, more or less, there's Lois who can die. So, there are stakes there. There's something that, he's attached to. I don't know anything about Black Phantom. Who does he care about? Is there anyone he loves? Is there any reason for this guy to even fight for America? Why? Why is he for America? I don't know. I need something to help me connect with the character. Thanks for watching.